talking to Destiny Soria. Soria, actor, writer, director. Up next on Geek Out SA. Say it's Friday and we're having fun. We're finally here, and we're here with Destiny.
Yay!
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I love it when we have a guest on because sometimes it's just Vincent and I talking to each other, which we're interesting and all that.
Yeah.
But it's nice when we have a guest.
So it's really nice when we do have somebody else come in and talk to us, because sometimes we run out of stuff to talk about. No, we don't. We don't. We don't.
Our producer, Stuart, has to cut us off every time.
Because we used to do it for like an hour, sometimes like more than an hour, and then he started cutting us back a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. But it keeps it action-packed. So, so you do some acting. So, acting, writing, and directing, so you do the whole gambit of everything. Because we also had an actor here on before, Wesley Blake, and he was doing a lot of this stuff, and he was just starting to do his own movies.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, but you've been doing this for a while, and the genre that you're mostly in is what?
More fantasy, horror. Yeah, a little bit. I'm trying to do a feature film that's like all action packed, but I want to wait until I finish the teaser, get it funded, and hopefully it'll go somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you were in a movie called Wolf Girl?
Wolf Trap.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
So tell us a little more about that one. Because a lot of your online persona is you kind of related back to a lone wolf or a wolf. Does that have anything to do with it?
Yes, it's supposed to be like a joke. Like it was for like a guy I really liked, and we do some really goofy things. And I'm pretty much a Native American. I'm Kickapoo and Mayan, and my guardian is a wolf. So I see wolves everywhere as like my signs and stuff like that. So I'm a very spiritual person too. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a lone wolf because I want to do my own thing. I need to focus on myself and my career and not deal with someone who keeps, wanting to have a relationship with me, and it just won't work out. So I'm just like, I'm a lone wolf. And then I was like, one of my friends, he's like, I'm in love with him, but another story on that. But we always like tease about the wolf trap kind of thing. Like, oh, you're just wolf trapping people. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, you're in a relationship. I'm like, no. And so I was like, I'm just gonna make something up. And I made this little fantasy short film. I did it in a day. We were heading up to Minnesota to just hang out and see some friends and just have a little vacation. And I just like, I want to make a short film. Why not? Let's just do it. We have a cool camera that's like a 4K. It's a phone. And I was like, whatever. So we stopped at a hotel. I start writing the script, and I asked anybody who wants to be in it because I had actor friends there, and they're like, we're down. I'm like, all right. So I went to look at locations, which I lived in Red Wing. I knew some of the locations would be perfect for it, and so we hit it off and we did it. And it's supposed to be just like it's not a modern day. It was like maybe back in, let's say maybe like the 50s, like them hunting wolves like they usually do. They go out and hunting. And so I guess the dad hunter was into fantasy, like fairy tales, like, oh, there's this like rumor going around that there's an actual shapeshifter wolf that's is rare, very rare, and I want to capture her, and we have can have so much money off of her. So they're just like hunting me down, and they found out that I had a mate who's a human, because I too turn into human, and at the very beginning they kill him too, so I can come in. They lure me in by killing him, and so it was very sad because I was like, I don't know if I want to like have it like all gory and just like that. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. So it's basically just a revenge little short film of a shapeshifter who is the guardian of the forest, and she has this special dagger that's magical, and so she doesn't need it to take out the dagger. She just uses the sleeve to kill them. So she just had her revenge on them killing her mate, and so
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you just wrote that all on the way up there.
Yeah, it was like in a day I wrote it, got the actors, location.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I did my ex, who was involved with me that time, did the camera work, and I did the editing. Found someone who can let me use their music on it and all that. And I was like, I'm just gonna, let's just go see how it does in film festivals. And it did good. It got 6 like official selections, and it's on Amazon. So
Oh, wow,
Nice.
well,
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
something that was like a joke actually became serious,
It
and
became something.
yeah, it became something. So that was cool.
Do you like the wolf, like the more of the werewolf side, or more of the shapeshifter type side when you think of like the human to wolf connection?
I love both of them, but for me, like for a shapeshifter, like for this film, it was about a Native American girl, and our Native tribe believe in shapeshifting, and so that was her power, was the shapeshifting. But I really do love werewolves, and I do want to do like a movie that has to do with like werewolves.
So I've
too.
always wanted to do this cosplay where it's Little Red Riding Hood mixed with a werewolf. So it's like the wolf that got her, like grandma was a werewolf, and
Yeah.
he like scratches her, and then so she becomes a werewolf. So I wanted to do like the red cape, but then she's got kind of like starting to get the werewolf face.
Oh,
and
that
the
would be
ears.
so cool.
And I think that would be like a really cool kind of like
Yeah.
cosplay connection.
That's-
to make.
that
So
would-
I've been thinking about it for a
Do
while.
it.
So-
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool to see that.
Maybe you can make me
Yeah.
a movie. No.
I will do that for you. Okay.
Oh, and Adam, hey, he says, hey y'all, hey Adam, thanks for watching, I appreciate it.
Hi.
He's another YouTuber that's on there, that's in our group. So
cool.
we go and we talk about YouTube stuff all the time. So it's a
He
lot
does
of fun.
vlogging with his son.
Yes.
Aw.
It's really sweet.
That's cool.
So what started you up acting?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Because did
I should-
acting come before the writing and directing?
Yeah, acting became first. That was.
Did you
It's
ever
like
do it like in school or anything? Like in high school or in plays?
In middle school and high school, I did like theater, but that was pretty much like a dancing kind of thing. Because I do dancing too, and we had a dance theater, and we when we did like a dance show. And I think in middle school, I did like a little play from a book. I don't remember what that book was, but it was had like a grandma on it, but I don't remember what the name
So
of it
you've
was.
kind of had the bug for a long time.
For a long time, but I wasn't very serious until when I started was 2008, 2009 when I actually start getting serious in it. It was like a very emotional year that year. I was a victim of a hate crime, and I stayed home the whole time, and it came to that because like I have like learning disability and ADHD, so it was really hard to get out of my shell and stuff, and so I don't believe in people being, judging on somebody that's different.
Yeah.
And so they didn't like the way I was or how I act and everything, and I just got attacked. And so that was like a really rough year.
Yeah, that's really rough.
Yeah, and what made me wanting to act was this is so funny. People are gonna judge and be funny, but
Nobody's gonna judge. You don't judge.
I heard about the Twilight books, but I wasn't very like I didn't have time to read them until the teaser came out for the Twilight, and that was like I guess a year before they even showed it on theater and stuff like that, and I was like, oh wow, this is kind of interesting. It's different. And so when I watched it, I became a diehard fan, Twilight fan, and read the books. But when I was watching Robert, I was like, I want to be like him. Like, I want to be an actor. And I guess you can say he's my idol. He's the one that got me into the acting world. And then so yeah, I just started acting, and it actually helped me out a lot. To me, it saved me because I was like I said, I had learning disability, so I had a hard time remembering things and saying some certain words. I still have a little bit of trouble with it, but it wasn't as bad as it was before. So I love acting. Like, it helped me out a lot. I'm passionate about it, and I just love being on set, even if I'm an extra or just anything on set. I just love being on set because it helped me out.
The whole vibe is just
right?
It's kind of uplifting.
Yes, and I'm just like super happy. But sometimes people would think, oh, you're just doing it for the fame. I'm like, no, I really love doing this. Like, this is like the best thing that ever happened to me. And you know what? Even if I was attacked, it got me to where I am now.
Do you think it's kind of like going back to childhood, like you get to go make believe?
Yes, yeah, and I love that. I love, like, you know what? I'm an actress, and I love to like pretend I'm somebody different every day, and to have like that imaginary mind. I write, scripts, and then I make these stories of, like, this one I just made it up when I saw this dance video of Wiccans dancing around the fire, and I'm like, that's pretty. I want to do something like that. And so I posted it, and people were like, let's do it. And then when I got more into like thinking about, okay, I want to write a script. I don't want to do a dance video like that. I want to do a short film. And then that's when I did another
And that's your
script.
newest project, right?
Yeah, Deliverance of Mother Nature, yes.
Deliverance of Mother Nature.
Yeah, and I'm excited for tomorrow.
And then you were telling me that you tied into, and I was wondering if this was because of your Native American heritage, some of that, the goddesses and Mother Nature and everything are coming back because of what humanity has done to the earth.
Yes.
So did you tie that in because it's kind of something that's all on our minds right now, or just because?
It's because it's on our minds. Like, I believe that we need to help Mother, the earth and us. Like, we need to help each other out and everything. And I wanted to give the viewers the understanding, like, this is what's gonna happen if we don't change our ways of hating each other, for judging each other. You need to love each other. You need to take care of our earth, and you need to take care of our animals and our plants, because we don't have those, we're doomed. We're gonna be wiped out. And so I put that with how I'm very a spiritual person. I am also Wiccan. Like, I do a lot of meditations and spells like that. And my culture and my background and my native, we are like that because we are one with the earth. We are one with the air and the animals, and we do Wiccan stuff too, where you call it Wiccan, but I can't pronounce the name in Indian. It's really hard. Native American, but it starts with a B. But I put the hashtag on it, like, of what I am and stuff like that. But I want the viewers to see that we need to not be greedy anymore.
So are you finished? Are you finished with that film? That film is coming out, or
no? That we're filming tomorrow.
Y'all are filming tomorrow.
Okay. We're filming the last scenes tomorrow, and after we're done, that will be going to film festivals, getting that out there, getting people to see it.
How long was this project? How long is it going to be from start to finish?
Let's see. When did I start? I started 2 weeks ago. Like, 2 weeks ago, I was like, I'm just gonna write the script and let's work on it. And we did some scenes I'm gonna say 2 Fridays ago. So it's only, I'm gonna say, like, maybe less than a month that we started doing this.
And you do all of your own editing?
This one I'm not gonna do the editing because I was really burned out by the Wolf Trap one, because I did everything and I goofed up a couple of times on Wolf Trap on the editing, and I'm like, this is way too much. So I have really amazing crew and who's gonna do the camera work and the editing, and I'm just gonna act and do the writing and the directing and make sure everybody knows what scenes they're in.
Nice.
And costume, costume and location I got, but you guys can go ahead and do the editing. I'm not for this one. I'm not gonna do this one.
So are your locations all here in San Antonio? Or?
Yeah, the one that I did the first day was at the Austin City Studio. Is that that one? The Austin City Studio.
Oh, the Alamo City Studio.
Oh, the Alamo
City
City Studio. I'm confusing the other place. The other place where I was filming for another thing. I get those confused. Yes, the Alamo City Studio. I did some scenes there, and they were I love those guys. They were very nice people.
Oh, good.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually just there, and I was talking to Carrie.
Yep.
When was it? Wednesday night, and he let us use the studio there to hold one of our YouTube meetings. It was just kind of cool.
That's
so
awesome.
thanks, Carrie, for letting us do that.
Yeah, thank you.
But we also have Jaybird Videos watching. He says it's the best feeling in the world. He's also an actor, and he also does shorts. And I think you met him at Phil's.
Yeah, I
at
probably
Nelco
have.
Media.
Yeah.
He does a cute little thing that we're part of called Vato Rangers. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
Power
yeah,
Rangers,
that one.
yeah, that guy.
Which I need to see because I love the Power Rangers. And then when you guys were saying that, I was like, I have to see that.
It's so fun. Like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
That's so
he's
cool.
grown just from like practicing and writing the scripts and then watching it back and each time. So do you feel like you do that too? Like each time you kind of grow a little bit more, or
Yeah, I grow a little bit more. I learn more. What's is funny is like the To the End of the Road teaser, the one I'm trying to get funded to be a feature film. All the editing I'm doing myself, but I'm doing it getting it from YouTube. Everything on YouTube, I'm learning from YouTube.
Oh, really?
All the editing and everything like that. So I was like, I have not been to school for any of like film making stuff or editing.
Yeah.
I get it from YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Because like I got Adobe, which is really good deal and super easy to do, and I just get all my
So is that what you're using to edit? I was
Yes.
going to ask you.
Yeah, Adobe. I'm using Adobe. I love
Okay.
Adobe. And like everything from learning how to do fire and green screen and just all that. Get it from YouTube. I get it from
Well,
YouTube.
we preach this all the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, go to YouTube. It's
Go
funny
to YouTube.
because young people don't know how to go to YouTube to learn how to do something useful.
Yeah.
Like, they watch a bunch of silliness and stuff.
Back in the day, we used to have to like read books to figure out how to
I
do
know.
things.
Or go to classes, which you
Yeah.
have to pay
Which
for.
you have to pay for, and now you can just get it for free.
Yep. I was like, you can get it for free.
Mhm.
So I love you, YouTube. Thank you for helping me out with my editing, because I would be like,
How do you prepare yourself when you're writing a script? What is your process to do a script?
just a quiet room. Just somewhere in quiet and just go for it. Like, I know some people it's really hard. Like, I understand that it takes more than 5 years to do a script, but I'm just like, I have that imaginary mind. I just have everything here, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do this, blah 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 blah, and maybe I get stuck, but it's not. It won't take me forever to get stuck. I go back into the mode. Like I just write it. It's just there.
Well, do you
Yeah.
do the full, like you write out everybody's lines and everything, or do you do more of an outline and let people kind of take the character where it goes?
Sometimes I do that. I'll let them, like, maybe tomorrow they're gonna improv it, but I just let them, like, all right, if this is not the right words, go ahead and try it yourself and see how it is. I give everybody a chance to, like, okay, let's do it this way. I'm like, go ahead, do it. I don't care. Let me see. Just do what you think it feels good to you and natural to you. And I just love it. I just love making stories and then showing these stories. Yeah, it might be a little cheesy and this and that, but at least I'm doing something. At least I'm making something happen.
Yeah.
And people get stuck on it. I'm like, no, don't get stuck. Just like think of what you want. Like what will go? Like what direction do you think this will go?
And
Just go for
sometimes
it.
just getting out there and doing it, right?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of organic.
Mhm.
And sometimes when we get out there with Jaybird and we're doing the Vato Rangers, like we think it's going to go a certain way. And then we'll go, oh, well, we've filmed it that way a couple of times, but it might be funnier or it might be better
Yeah.
if we do this thing. And so then we'll try it, like you said, and then it's like, oh, yeah, that was funny. And then you'll go, oh, well, maybe we could tweak this scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, so you're like, oh, okay, I'll act like this and I'll do this.
Because
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
you get into your characters, and then sometimes you read the script, and it's like, well, the character wouldn't say that.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, well, let me say it this way.
Yep.
And I'm glad that you like work with actors to do that.
Oh
and-
yeah, yeah. Because I was reading my script and I was like, wait, that don't sound right. I'll let them figure that out. Because I'm like, I just write it, you know. Like later on, I don't pay attention to what I'm writing, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. But I'll just let them figure that out themselves, and then we'll work on it. But because I'm always like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you act, because you do it on the other side as well, do
Yeah.
you feel like sometimes there are characters that you really like enjoy acting as, and so you kind of own them and you kind of want the scenes to go a certain way? Do you ever feel like that, or?
Yeah, I always like if I don't feel it, can I do it again, please? And then they'll help me out with it. Like Texas Tall Tale, I play a killer on it, which was awesome because
cool.
I always want to play a killer. My favorite hero is Freddy Krueger. I love
Nice.
Freddy
I love Freddy
Krueger.
too. I do too. I love Freddy.
I don't care what anybody says, but he is a cute guy. He is my crush. Like, yeah, Freddy Krueger. Like when I was little, I used to watch him in theater, and I'm like, I love him. But he's like, I get my my motive from him. Like, all right, he's a bad guy. He's evil. I want to be just like him, and I do it. But then sometimes I'm like, no, I gotta do it again because I like to redo it again till I feel like it's right. So yeah.
Do you feel like Freddy Krueger is that, because we were talking about earlier, that kind of campy, do you feel like he's, because I do, when I watch him, I feel like he's like evil, but kind of like campy a little bit too, especially some of the ones, like what was the one where the kid was the wizard, and...
Oh, that's everybody's favorite. The Dream, what's it called?
Dream Warriors?
Dream Heroes,
something
Warriors?
like that, yeah.
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 Was it too campy? I don't think it was too campy.
I always think it's
It was very
campy.
campy
Campy.
after the first one.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty campy. Yeah, I think it's pretty campy. But I think there's something to be said about campy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just feel like... I know Jason is campy, but I just felt like he was more dreamy. Well, he is more dreamy.
Freddy is just had the one-liners. I mean,
Yeah,
you have the
we just
classic
had-
one-liners.
Yeah.
And you remember them all the time.
Yeah, I love it. It was like, yeah, I love Freddy Krueger.
So that was good. So you do a lot. You said you do a lot of fantasy. What other fantasy do you do other than that's not horror?
The one because I know Wolf Trap was a little bit of like a thriller. Well, I guess they put
It's
it
kinda
in
like-
horror.
yeah.
It's kind of both.
Yeah,
though,
both,
right? Kind
both.
of fantasy with
Yeah.
the shape-shifting.
Yep. And then the one I'm doing now is more like fantasy magic. It's not really horror, but the one I'm trying to do, which I'm trying to make it a feature film, it's also more of like a shape-shifting kind of. It's kind of almost like mixed with legend and never-ending story.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And,
nice.
yes, yep. And I can never pronounce it. Lady Wrath? The one where he passed away. Is it Bon Jovi? What's that one where she's a princess and then she wishes for the child to go? I can never pronounce it right.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Lady Wrath? Lady Wrath? Is that
Ladybird?
no? Oh, Lady
No, Lady Hawk? No.
Lady Hawk.
Lady
Oh,
Hawk.
that's the one.
That
That's
one.
what
I
I'm
was
talking
like,
about.
yeah,
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Watch
Right.
that.
Well, there's another one, but yeah, Lady Hawk. It's a good one. I really
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that was
and
a really good
it's
one.
gonna be something like that, but
Okay.
it's more of like more wolves tribal
Oh,
kind of
nice.
thing, and it's a sorcerer, which there was a sorcerer.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Yes.
Oh,
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth 2. That one too.
That's
I
why I
was.
get paid to be.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Labyrinth. That too. So all four of them, like mixed together with what I'm trying to make too. But that script I have not finished yet because I was gonna have a man be the lead, but I'm like, you know what? We need more women. We need more warrior women. Like Red Sonja, that was the best. I loved Red Sonja. I heard they were trying to make a new Red Sonja, but I guess it didn't work out. And it was with, I mean, she's in, I don't know.
It's got to be someone new because
someone new. We need new
really
people.
Old.
Yeah, we need new people, and it was supposed to be that actress from Charm, one of the girls, but I guess it didn't.
Or the old one?
No, the new one. When they're gonna make new Red Sonja, but I was very disappointed.
But the new
like
Charm.
Tall.
Yes, tall.
Right, to be Red Sonja. Like,
cause she was.
Don't you think?
Because Conan the Barbarian
He was tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was tall.
Like, do you think the actress that plays Brienne of Tarth on Game of Thrones, is she too old?
I never watched it.
No.
She would be good.
She would be.
Do you watch Star Wars?
The old one or the new one?
New one.
Yes, I watched.
She's Captain Phasma, the silver stormtrooper.
Oh!
She's a real big woman. Big, tall woman, short hair. She's like, I don't know, I could see her being Red Sonja. Or there was a model that we saw the other day that was super tall on like Project Runway or something. And I was...
Oh, yeah.
I hope there... Is she an actress?
Tall.
I was like, does she act?
Yeah. Maybe.
I
don't know. They could convince her. It'll be fine.
Yeah. A lot of acting coaches. Acting class.
I think it's good to see female directors and female leads. I think we were all really impressed with what happened with Wonder Woman.
Yes.
It was very strong, and that movie was one of the best DC movies that's come out.
I'm excited for the 1984. I was born in 1984, and I love the 80s, and I can't wait for it, because I was like, Wonder Woman. Yeah, they did a good job on that.
Yeah.
I loved it a lot.
Yeah. So I think that was really great. So I'd like to see some more of that. So you as a female director, do you necessarily want to go in the direction, or you just kind of, as you write things, you either feel that it should be a woman, or do you feel like you're trying to go in a female direction?
I guess you can say both. I mean, I would love to see more female heroes out there. Like, my favorite actress was I cannot pronounce her name, but she's from The Fifth Element.
Oh, yeah,
her.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she was great on Ultraviolet. I loved her on Ultraviolet. And,
she's fantastic.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. I love...
Fifth Element is fantastic.
Yeah, Fifth Element. I love the Resident Evil movies, but they weren't following the stories, and I found out that they are making a Resident Evil TV series, so I hope they are going to follow with the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
I hope. Do it. And I want to be in it.
Right.
Yeah, I want to be in it. But yeah, I'm a...
Destiny.
Yeah, me. And I
Towards the end, they started getting
more
into the characters in there.
But they had the characters, but they weren't having like the story of it.
Right.
But I was happy that the characters were in it, because when I saw them, I was like, oh, characters are in it. I was so excited, and I love playing all the Resident Evil trilogy games. I'm like, oh, I love it.
Oh my god, I love those games so much, and I wanted to play them. And so we got the Wii really long time ago.
Yeah.
And so he got me the Resident Evil, but I get motion sick really easily when I play games. And so on the Wii, you turn, you turn, and the zombies are coming, and I kept turning, and I was like, oh, I don't feel very good. And I haven't been able to play it since, and I really wanted to.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to do the VR.
And before we were doing Twitch, if we were doing it when we were on Twitch, people would be pew, 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 pew.
They always want me to throw up. I don't know.
I was like, I don't think you'll ever try VR.
And that's what you need in a good cheesy horror movie.
Yeah.
That is some throw up.
Yeah.
Projectile.
Yeah.
Demon vomit.
Split pea soup.
Like pea soup, just like Exorcist style.
That would be cool. Have you guys ever watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Yes.
My favorite.
Yes.
That was the best. And they're actually I don't know if they said they were gonna do a remake or like part 2 of it. I wouldn't care. I would love to see it, but I love I don't know. I hate when they do remakes. Like they should just leave the 80s to the 80s.
Leave the 80s to the 80s and just do like a sequel or something.
Yeah, I would love that because I really love that.
Some of them are okay, and some of them are really, really horrible. Like, I have been traumatized for the last few days over the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
Oh! Yes.
So bad. And I love Jim Carrey. Love Jim Carrey. And I was so excited to see him. I was traumatized by the whole thing. The whole thing was awful.
You know what the best thing is? There's like a second at the end where Jim Carrey.
He does look like Egg.
He does look like Eggman with a big mustache.
Yep.
Yes.
He's gonna be big. What I feel like what they're doing. Oh, I was so mad too with the Sonic. Like when I did see it, I had a feel like tingly feeling because I like, oh my god, I really do want to see this. It looks awesome. But Sonic, why do you look like that? So everybody complained. Like I kept tagging the Sonic movie page and telling them, can you fix him, please? Like fix him. And guess what? They're gonna fix him. They're gonna fix
that's
Sonic.
what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that they were supposed to fix him. But I don't think
like
that'll fix the writing.
I mean, what I see,
we gotta find out because whatever they're gonna do with Detective Pikachu.
I can't watch Detective.
Why? It looks cute.
I don't know. I'll wait till it's at the dollar theater.
We gotta see it before because we gotta like
talk about it.
talk
I
about
know.
it.
Don't make me watch it.
I thought it looked really good. I mean, have you seen the actual cartoon, or was it
Yeah.
Well,
we have 3 sons that
Yeah.
are in their 20s, and
Yeah.
so that cartoon was really popular when they were growing up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've seen the cartoon.
I mean, not the cartoon, but the anime. Because they had Pikachu detective anime. I think it was an anime series, a movie. I don't remember because I saw the trailer for the Japanese version, and I was like, I don't know. And then they made a
Yeah,
they have a Japanese version of it, and I was like, he talks really weird. Pikachu does. And then I saw the American one. I'm like, it looks cute. Like it's coming from one of their mega books or.
I don't know, Ryan Reynolds.
anime.
I love Ryan Reynolds. He's my crush.
Yeah,
Totally.
he's cute.
I loved him in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place like a million years ago. He was on TV.
Yeah.
But I guess I've gotten used to his voice being Deadpool.
Yeah.
So then for his voice to be Pikachu, I don't know. I guess for me, because Pikachu is like all cute and Pika Pika, like I wanted his voice to be more cutesy.
Yeah.
And not Ryan Reynolds. Like I felt like they should have gotten maybe like a little kid or something to be his voice. That
would have been weird. Yeah, that would have been a little bit cuter. And he has Pikachu, Pika Pika.
Yeah.
Pika. I'm a big grown man in a little Pikachu. But I really.
And also talking about big grown men, I also like to put out there that Peter Mayhew just recently passed away, and he was a really larger than life actor. And his character Chewbacca, we have a picture of him showing right there. But just taking like a moment to like recognize of stuff that he did.
Well, and it was great to see, because we were talking just a few minutes ago about when a character means something to you, right? And so you want to bring something extra to it. So it was great to see what his family said about Chewbacca meaning something to him.
Yeah.
It meant something to him. It meant something to those of us that are fans, but to know, because some of the actors, like a lot of the people are mad at the Big Bang Theory actors because like geek culture and stuff doesn't really mean anything to them, and they actually kind of bashed it at a comic convention a few years ago. I think it hurts us to find out how actors sometimes really feel about these characters that they play that mean something to us.
Mm-hmm.
So then to find out from one who it was meaningful for him too, for me that I think says a lot. I don't know.
Yeah,
right?
that does.
Like
or when you look at it like Harrison Ford, that he didn't really care about.
right, and exactly, and for
But
a lot of us, like
even
Han
then,
Solo,
great actor because he put himself into that character. But
yeah, but I think you kind of, for something iconic like that, you almost want the actors to kind of love it, right?
Yeah, I mean, why would you be that character then? Like, why would you grab that role?
well, Harrison Ford because of that.
Yeah, that's cool and all,
Harrison
but
gets paid a lot.
he does. But it's kind of sad.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of sad. So it was nice,
Yeah.
you know, that Peter Mayhew cared about that character. And So it was nice to see that. And it's sad that he's gone. But
Yeah, and he was always very nice in person. Like, he was a Texas local, so we used to see him a lot
yeah.
round at every comic.
Every convention,
and you kind of can't miss him because he's over 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So, super
7'3".
Yeah, so taller than even
some
like the basketball players.
Basketball players.
Speaking of basketball players, Vince was really excited the other day because we have a secret theater that we go to that we won't talk about because it's a secret.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to start going there because there's not that many people there. But we were there, and I, of course, went to the bathroom because I always do when something exciting is going to happen. And Tim Duncan was there, and he got to see Tim Duncan going to the movies because Tim Duncan's a geek like us, and so he likes that geeky stuff. And so he was going to see Shazam, and so we went to see Shazam, and there was Tim Duncan, and I was in the bathroom. I missed it all.
Aww.
So like, Vince is like, guess what? I'm like, oh god.
And I saw it before him. No. And his kids.
Cool. That's cool.
So yeah.
So that was kind of cool, but I enjoy that. But what are your plans to do from now? Because you have your own production company.
I'm here.
Lady Destiny Productions.
Yep. It's a small little company that I started up 5 years ago, and but it's growing. I'm getting more crew. I'm getting more cast, and my plans are just to keep going. Like I said, the little teaser that I'm editing and stuff, trying to get it funded for feature film. Like, I had well-known people meet me and talk about it. Like, hey, I'm doing this. Are you interested? And they're like, yeah. Like, I won't say names yet because I don't want to, ruin that. But yeah, I had a couple of well-known people who are very interested in it, and they're like, well, let me know and shoot up the, get that teaser going, and we'll see from there. I have very amazing, passionate people just like myself who are excited to help me out and work on it, and I'm grateful for it. So like I said, yeah, teaser, try to get it funded, make a feature film. Then I have a TV series I'm helping a writer. It's also about Native American tribe and their way of life and living, and I'm excited because I really want to get that out because there's not so many Native American TV series or drama, and it's not a documentary. It's just like a TV, series just to see how they live and how they are and their lifestyle. And yeah, and so I'm also doing a teaser. I always like to show people, hey, I'm showing this. Is it cool? Maybe fund me for it. I just don't like showing them a script but not show them like a visual of it. Right. I like to show visuals a lot. Yeah. So that's why I make teasers and then put it as the, on the funding cast or sites.
Cool. Yeah. Well, talking about showing, Geekin is happening this weekend, as every weekend because we're geeks. And go ahead and take it away, Alicia.
Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for having me back again. Let me tell you about what's going on around in San Antonio. We have so much, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to go to. I'm just going to be running around town trying to get to it all because we have May the 4th be with you and Free Comic Book Day happening at the same time on Saturday. So for Free Comic Book Day, most of your local comic book shops are participating. You can swing by Dragon's Lair, Heroes and Fantasies, Bazinga, Alien Worlds, Collectors Authority. Most of them are participating. So just double check on your favorite shop and make sure that they are giving away free comic books. And May the 4th be with you. There are so many Star Wars themes events happening this weekend. There's some going on at some of the local bars. There's a Star Wars themed art show at the Brick at Blue Star. And the biggest one that I'm most excited about is the Wookiee Walk happening at Northwest Vista College. Come in costume, bring your lightsaber. It's a free event. You can take a walk around their lake. There's going to be movie props that you can take some photos with for your Instagram. And there's going to be food trucks and vendors. And they're going to be showing the outdoor film The Last Jedi, so bring your lawn chairs and your blankets. Also happening this weekend is Mini Con at the Wonderland of the Americas Mall, another free family-friendly event for the anime fan. There's going to be vendors and artisans and performances and panels this year. So it's getting pretty popular and pretty big, so you are going to want to check that out. Also, there's an event that I'm really interested in, a local Renaissance fair at the Spring Ren Fair at Jackson Ranch. This is a free event if you bring a donation for the San Antonio Food Bank, or it's $5 per family. There's going to be tons of activities, people in costume, food trucks, vendors, artisans. Just sounds like a really cool thing that I would really love to support. And SeaWorld has finally opened their new exhibit, the Turtle Reef, sea turtle exhibit, and 2 additional rides. So if you are an annual pass member, you are going to get to go to the grand opening ceremonies this weekend at SeaWorld. So, I mean, what a fantastic weekend we have going on this weekend. And if you want to know more details about what I've talked about or everything else that's going on, check out my Facebook page, Geek Fun Essay, and you can scroll through the feed or click on that events tab and find out everything that's going on this weekend and during the week. That's all I got for you for now. I hope you have a fabulous geekend.
Yes, there's a ton of stuff happening. There's so many things happening, and you might see us there. I don't know. So
you
watch
know I'm
out
coming
there.
to get some comics. All the free comics.
Well, yeah, we're going to get comics. So you might see us there at several of the comic
But
book
hashtag
places.
Teach Your Life, so
Yeah.
I might be like holed up doing like grading. And shit like that. My big event is next week. So.
Yes. But Destiny, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for
it was a
having
lot of
me.
fun. We got to have you again after you release your new short.
Everything.
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 Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. But thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen, that's Destiny, and that's Stuart.
Geek Out Essay.
Bye.